uplifting others. Hey, it's Uplifting Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a subscriber, hey, uplifters. Make sure that subscribe and turn the bell on to be notified every time I post a video. So let's talk about educating our children, our young kids, whoever that look up to us, or any kids that we're around, about good touch, bad touch, depending on how old they are. It all depends on how old our kids are, but I feel like it's needed to educate our kids because we just never know what situations they could be put in. As you all know, I'm a survivor of childhood SA. My uncle hurt me when I was a kid, and no, I'm not just blaming my parents or anything about not teaching me, but at the same time, it's like, but at the same time, me being a kid, I knew what was happening was wrong. And always, I think I've said this in a lot of my videos, or just talking to my mom and talking to people, people, that if my mom didn't come home when she did, that I probably wouldn't have said anything because I was scared. Of course, being a kid, you don't know how to act. You don't know how to react when something like that is happening to you. So, first off, we want to make it comfortable for kids to tell us anything. Just let them share things with us and to have a no judgment free zone. Because sometimes, like, if a kid shares something with you, and depending on how you react, they will never share anything else with you again. Normally, a lot of times we have nicknames for private parts, and that's okay, but you also want to teach them the right names for body parts as well. We want to make sure that we tell the kids that there's no secrets. No matter how, maybe say like, there's no secrets with us. You could tell me anything. Even if you think it will make me mad, make sure you tell me. Make kids more comfortable in telling you things that are happening. Perpetrators use secrets to keep the abuse going. Like, oh, this is our little secret. This is only between me and you. And they make it okay to do by saying this is our secret, this is only our thing. So we want to make sure that we tell our kids or whoever that are younger than us that there's no secrets. Make sure that you tell them if it makes them uncomfortable, worried, or scared. Tell you or someone else that they're close with if you're not around, because most likely if someone is touching them, someone is saying something that makes them uncomfortable, 9 times out of 10, the person is trying to groom them or make them more comfortable to do something to them. And a lot of times, we think that kids are not as smart. I'm not gonna say we don't think kids are smart. We don't think kids are as smart, but they really are. And like, everybody has that bad feeling or have the instinct of knowing that when something is wrong. So we have to teach them what's safe and what's not safe. We have to reassure them and let them know that if they don't feel comfortable to get somewhere, that they are comfortable. Meaning if they're at a party, for instance, or over a loved one house, and someone in the house is making them uncomfortable, for them to get somewhere that they know that the person has never gave them an indication or a bad feeling. It's hard to actually talk about because I feel like our kids should be safe in every situation, but I know that's not be true. And so many parents and other people know that that's not to be true, that kids aren't safe in any situation, because we never know who's a perpetrator, because of course they don't have the sign on their forehead. They could have never been caught. And it's kind of hard to talk about this. Like, my chest is heavy talking about this, actually. But one-on-one situations like coaching or tutoring or anything like that, you have to make sure that you let your kids know what's what. And that can be hard to do because it's uncomfortable to talk to a child about possibly being hurt, but you have to prepare them for anything, life. You know, that we like watch movies and stuff like that, or possibly been in situations. But when a child knows that someone normally doesn't pick them up from school or pick them up from practice or anything like that, that they should get somewhere safe, or to tell someone else and let them know, so that the other adult that they can trust calls you. Let's be real. Family members, teachers, coaches, neighbors, anybody can be a predator. Play dates and sleepovers can be... I'm not saying don't allow your kids to sleep over at their friend's house or their family member's house, but make sure that you educate your child on the things that I just said. Sometimes it don't have to be the adult that is the perpetrator, because sometimes if a child has been abused, they will then go to a child and perform acts on the other child, because they don't know any better. So we have to make sure that we educate our kids. Like, there's good touch, there's bad touch. No touching private parts. Just those hard conversations is needed. It's really needed. And when your kid is away from you, do check-ins, because yeah, you can trust whoever, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you go the extra mile to make sure that your kid's safe. We have to set boundaries for our kids, meaning if they are not comfortable with something, allow them to voice that in a respectful way. Like, if they don't want to give such and such a hug, allow them to say no thank you, and that be that. Don't force your child to be touched, or if they don't want to be. Like, we don't want to force our kids to do something they don't want. We have to be a safe place for our kids. If no one else can, we must be a safe place, because we're the only ones that, the parents, your kids should be able to trust you with anything and to feel safe with you. If you break that safe place, it'll be hard for them to ever tell you anything that can be detrimental to their safety. We can't hide the dangers of this world, but we have to make them aware of it. And that's the hard truth. No, I don't have any children, but I have younger cousins. I have a nephew. I have being around any kid, like, I'm always watching and being alert, because we just never know. Like, I always try to talk to, like, my nephew and my little cousins or my younger cousins, and even without saying it, reassuring them that I can be their safe place when they don't, or they can't find anyone else to be their safe place. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.